just probably, I think if I did some training, education and
Hmm.
training, and probably, my partner and them got some,
Yeah.
support training, then I think we'll be
Hmm.
fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So what about things like complementary therapies? Have you used any complementary therapies or bought treatments over the counter at the chemist?
No, because I'm allergic to nearly everything that exists, so I'm just too scared that
Okay.
it'll flare my asthma up.
Yeah. Okay. Can you tell me what type of information you have been able to access for your asthma?
Pretty much the stuff on, if I search on Google, and if it comes from something like the Asthma Foundation, or a journal, something in a journal article, or
Yeah.
my GP.
Okay. When you have received information, what has been the most helpful?
Probably the stuff about the puffer.
Yep.
The spaces, how to use the puffer and the spaces properly.
Yep.
The other one that I got really frustrated was like how many times you could take the Ventolin and how many times you could take the Seretide, and then so how many times you could take it in one dose and then how many hours in between. Now with my GP, I've had it for that long, but each time I've gone there, she's given me different advice. And so I just get totally confused, and I just go, okay, whatever, and just do whatever she tells me in the more recent sort of meeting.
Okay. Is there anything that you have come across that has not been helpful?
I don't do this, I don't do the peak flow and that sort of stuff. Maybe I should, but I just, not that it's not helpful. Well, I guess, I don't know how I sort of get put in that non-helpful because I don't do it.
Yeah. Okay. In relation to information, do you have a preference for online information, own app, booklets, or talking to someone, and why?
Probably I self-directed online.
Okay. We know that receiving information can be overwhelming. If you think back to when you were diagnosed up to now, when do you think you were most receptive to receiving information, and when do you feel like you were most able to take information in?
Probably when I was probably in my 30s.
Yeah.
Probably when I actually accepted that I did have asthma. And when I wanted to do, when I just got sick and tired of struggling to breathe, I decided to kind of do something about it. And what was the last part of?
When do you think you were most receptive to receiving information? When did you feel like you were most able to take information in?
What does that last bit mean? Like when I was able to
take most. So I guess it means just think back to a time when maybe before that time you didn't really take much notice of the information or what you were being told or what you read or saw, but then suddenly there was a time when the information just seemed to click.
Yeah.
And from there you were able to take more in. I guess that's the way to think about it.
I think the thing with asthma, I don't know. Even with my mum, I think the challenge of it when kind of with both of us is that you're dealing with so many different puffers. And I think, it's not as if you just give yourself an insulin injection or you go and measure the blood sugar level and says this, so you take your tablets.
Yeah.
Although you might have more tablets, with diabetes, but you know what I mean? So I think, once you kind of work out which one does which and when you do it and stuff like that, and you kind of, do it a few times, which is, and you get more confident, then I think it kind of just becomes second nature.
Yeah. Okay. Are you happy for me to move on to the next question?
Yeah.
Great. So overall, what has the